This is gradient descent doing everything right. It measures the tilt perfectly. It steps exactly where the math says. And look at it. Slamming wall to wall across a ravine, inching toward the exit. In a real network, every one of those sideways panics is a full pass through your data. Hours of compute spent vibrating, so here's the uncomfortable truth. Your model isn't clumsy, it has no memory, and a walker with no memory can only panic, one step at a time. Remember what the model actually sees, not this ravine. Not these walls, fog, one lit patch of ground, and a single number, the tilt under its feet. Now here's the crueler detail. When it lands somewhere new, it keeps nothing from the step before. No trail, no trend, no suspicion that it just came flying off the opposite wall. Every measurement is its first measurement, so from inside the fog, that zigzag isn't a mistake. It's a fresh, perfectly reasonable panic every single time. Strip it down to one knob and watch the panic up close. The probe starts on the right wall. Slope says, go left, it goes. Too far, up the left wall. Now slope says go right, back across, left, right? Each bounce sheds a little height, so this does eventually converge. But look at the waste. Almost every step is spent undoing the one before it. So here's a question. Without a single new measurement, what could this walker do differently? The answer has been sitting in the steps all along. Stop throwing the measurements away. These are the last 6 gradients this walker felt. Look at them like a committee. In the sideways direction, they can't agree. Up, down, every vote cancelled by the next one. But in the forward direction, every single one says the same quiet thing. So let them actually vote. Chain the arrows head to tail and watch. The sideways disagreements fold back on themselves and vanish. What survives is the push they all agreed on. That arrow is the velocity. Memory, drawn as geometry, and where the ground is consistent, the same vote does something better than calm you down. Here, every recent gradient points the same way. So the chain doesn't fold, it extends. The velocity grows longer than any single measurement inside it. That's the other half of the gift. Disagreement cancels, agreement compounds. One mechanism, 2 personalities. Patience in the ravine, speed on the open floor. Written down, it's 2 short lines. Keep a running vote called V, the velocity. Each step, V keeps a fraction of yesterday's vote. That fraction is beta, the memory dial, and adds in today's tilt. Then you move. Not along the raw gradient, along the vote. Beta at 0, goldfish memory, and this collapses right back into plain gradient descent. Beta near 1, and the past almost never fades. Practitioners live around 0.9. Yesterday matters, last week doesn't. Okay. The rematch. Same ravine, same start, same step size. Gray is plain gradient descent. Green is the exact same walker, now carrying a velocity. Watch the sideways boat start to cancel. See it? The gray one is still slamming between the walls. The green one's bounce is dying away step by step, while its forward votes quietly pile up. And there it goes, pulling away down the floor of the valley. Nothing about the ground changed. The only new thing in this picture is memory. Look at the instruments up close, inside the fog. The amber needle is today's gradient. It's still flipping wall to wall every single step. It never calms down. It never learns. But the mint arrow, the vote? It barely flinches. It points down the valley and slowly hardens. That's the whole reframe right there. Momentum doesn't fix the measurements. It just stops trusting any single one of them too much. But memory has a price, and you should see it. Cranked beta up near 1 so the past barely fades. Simple bowl, 1 clean minimum. What do you think happens? Watch, it builds speed, reaches the bottom, and sails straight through. Uphill, it's remembering so much old downhill that fresh uphill news can't stop it. So it swings back, and through again. Ringing like a struck bell. Too little memory, you panic. Too much, and you coast past every answer you find. Now, one thing might be bothering you. This ball, this coasting, it sounds like physics. It isn't. The velocity is just a running average of gradients where the old ones fade. That's it. And the price at scale is honest too. 1 extra number per knob. A trillion knobs, a trillion little velocities, each one sitting next to the parameter it steers. Compared to what the network already does to compute 1 gradient, remembering the past is basically free. There's a bonus, and you've seen this landscape before. Last episode, a walker followed the tilt into this shallow dip and stopped. Flat ground, nowhere to go. Now watch what memory does instead. Gray settles into the same little trap, but green arrives moving. Look at that. Its stored downhill carried it up the far lip and out into the deeper valley beyond. Not because it saw that valley. It saw nothing. It just refused to believe one patch of flat ground over everything the ground had said before. So, run the whole story once more from inside the fog. Still no map. Still 1 honest tilt per step. The only change is a single extra number that refuses to forget. The panic cancels itself out. The agreement compounds into speed. Dips that used to be walls become bumps under a rolling ball. Plane gradient descent asks, what does the ground say here? Momentum asks a better question. What has the ground been saying all along? One mystery is left over though. Memory coasts through small dips, sure, but trillion knob models almost never seem to get caught in deep traps at all, and the real reason has nothing to do with memory, it's about dimension itself. In a million dimensions, a trap has to slam a million doors at once. That story is next.